Most of the feedback I've been getting is that the game looks great, but it seems a little bit too complicated for the average person. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can start playing 10 minutes after you open the box with this, just watching this video, or maybe another one alone. You can start playing from the 20-yard line and have 4 downs, get in the end zone, and have quick scoring with just the blue team, which is the home team, will go, have its drive, have 4 downs, get as far as it can go. Even if it gets just 10, 20, 30, 40 yards, you'll score it up here. And then the red team starts at their 20. That's what these referee markers are for. There's one here. Tells you where you start the game. And then it has 4 downs to get to the other side and to see how many. So if this guy got 30 and then this guy got 40, the red team would obviously win. That's 4 downs each. That's 1 drive inning. Both the blue team, the home team, and the red team, the visitor team, had 1 turn at offense. 1 drive with 4 downs, 1 drive inning. If they're equal, then you can call it a tie and go out for watch a ball game, or you can continue to play a drive inning. The home team, the visitor team goes at the end of their 4 downs. Then you see how far who's ever ahead wins. Typically, you would continue playing until you reach 100 yards, which is a game touchdown, and that will take you about less than a half an hour to play, even if you're a beginner. So let's start off at 0, and I'll explain the rules as we go along, just like everybody does with every other game, okay? This is the beginner rules with 5 linemen and 4 backs. So typically the offense always, the offense lines up first, and you can even put them at a sort of an angle, and I'll explain why. They're always facing the quarterback, and you can see there's little grooves in the linemen. It's not a perfect rectangle. There's little grooves here for when it's at an angle. It would be straight if it's directly on this line of the quarterback, right? On the same row. These are rows and these are lanes. This is vertical and this is horizontal when you hear me refer to it. So you can start off like this as the offense. The home team is blue. This is a sportsman-like game, so even before this, the home team is the person who owns the game, who brought the game. They offer the visiting team, would you like to be red or blue? By default, the visiting team is red, so we'll keep that over here. Then the home team will ask the visiting team, would you like to go left to right or right to left? Visiting team say, fine with me, let's go left to right, and we'll because they're going to want to go left to right too. You can play as little as 1 drive inning, like I said, and then see how far you get. But typically you'd want to play with the beginner rules, until someone reaches 100 yards, 100 points, which is 1 game touchdown. So they can start off even with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 player pieces on the line of scrimmage. Here you can see the blue yard marker, keeping track of the line of scrimmage, and the red team on the other side, or they can be sitting right next to you, doesn't matter where you sit, keeps track of the line of scrimmage as well. So this is the way they start. Then, once the offense sets up their pieces, the defense has 4 backs, and it could also pull back their linemen, but typically you don't want to because you want to attack the quarterback with them. They can move back 1, by the way, but they cannot move 2. This is the field of play. This is only for backs. Defensive linemen can only go back 1, just like in regular professional football. And they go 2 forward and 1 back, and they go 2 sideways, back and forth. All right, and we won't talk about the star lineman until our next video later because it's not so important. I might bring it in to make a point. And typically the lineman can go 2 forward or 1, 2 sideways, in any direction, horizontally or vertically. They can go 2 forward and only 1 back. So you can just think of it, the lineman can go 2 in any direction, but only 1 backwards. Same thing here. They can go 2 in any direction, but only backwards 1. And these guys can go back as far as they want. No restrictions. And the backs So there's two types of players, the linemen and the backs, which are triangular shape. They do have a little wedge also, but they're not usually involved in blocks, but sometimes they are. They go 3 forward, 1, 2, 3, and 2 sideways. They're here, they go 1, 2 sideways, horizontally, in any direction, 2 sideways, and 2 back. 1, but think, when I say 3 forward and 2 back, I'm talking only vertically. Forget about the diagonals. 1, 2 back, or 1, 2 back, or 1, 2 back, okay? And when I say 3 forward, I mean 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or just go 1, 2, 3. And this is not a block, by the way, when they're both in the same grid on this side of the line of scrimmage. This is the no block zone. This is the block zone. If they were here, then this defensive back would not be able to exit this block in this direction. And we're going to talk about blocks in just a second, because that is very important to this game. So now you understand they can go 3 forward and 2 back. At the same time, let's say his range is to go 1, 1, 2, 3. He can go from here to there. He doesn't need to go 1, 2, 3 horizontal and vertical. That's just his range. He can go 1 diagonal and 1 forward, and that'll just take 2 to get there. Same thing if he's going here. Even if he's going here, 1, 2, 3, he can go up 1 and over 1, 2, 1, 2. So it only takes him 2. If the defensive back is blocking him either here or here from going 3 straight, he can go 1 and 2 over there, like that. Even across the line of scrimmage, he can go 1 and 2 over there. But the defensive back did slow him down, because he didn't go 1, 2, 3. He wants to be here. So he did slow him down 1 yard. By the way, this is really a 10-yard field. It's a simulation of a 100-yard field. The yard markers are what you would expect, and we even use the scoring by using these yard markers. But technically, this is really a simulation, and the actual yard, here you can see 1 through 10 yards. This is a 10-yard field. You can tell by the size of the players and the size of the end zone. This is about 10, 20, 30, like the 40-yard line. So just less than half, and about less than half across, okay? So in the future, we'll have a larger mat for people who want to play full size, but then you'll have 3 dice, and let's just worry about this game right now, okay? So this is how you would start. And for your defense, you have 4. You can so the offense lined up, and the defense, you might want to have 1 pass rusher over here, and then you might want to give him plenty of room to run, because you're more concerned about him getting the big yards by getting behind you. And the same thing over here, you can come here, and you can have a safety if you want to play it really safe. Kind of gives him an opportunity to pass the ball underneath, if that's your strategy. If you're more of a blitzer, you might want to slow him down, and then, so this guy would have to go around, this guy would have to go around, so he loses 1 yard or 10 yards, depending on your perspective, and then this guy and this guy can go and start attacking the quarterback. So it's just your own strategy, okay? So in this case, we're going to play it safe and give him plenty of room to run. The offensive back is going to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and this defensive back can rush the quarterback. And we'll take it from there, okay? So you understand about when I say 3 forward, it means horizontal and vertical, 2 back, same thing, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And then you can also use a shortcut, like you can just come 1 back diagonally like that. Or you can go 1, 2. So you can pretty much go forward 2 directions, using only 2, and reach your range, except if you're going straight, which is where you really want to go, 1, 2, 3. You want to get to the end zone and complete a pass, obviously. That's what the point of the game is. We're not going to cover basic football in any of these tutorials. Just the rules of this game and how it works. What the linemen can do, they and the backs can do this also, but it's usually happening at the line. On the offense's first roll, which I think we're going to start in this next video, because this one is getting too long, just giving you the basic rules. The next video, we're going to pick up right where we left off. He can push, let's say the offense rolls, he gets a 5 and a 2, a 7. He can go 1, 2. Keep in mind, the blue team, the home team is going, the offense, and he can push them, and you can see how, if you orient them correctly, you can see how he's making a nice typical V-shaped pocket. And he's allowed to do that. And if the defensive lineman comes back up here, then they're in a block, even though he's on this side of the line. Blocks are typically on this side of the line of scrimmage, but also when they're for the linemen, between the hash marks, it's also on this first row right here, okay? So you might want to do that. And for the defense might want to do, let's take this guy out of the equation, put him over there. If he comes 1, 2 on his first roll, then he can has to exit the block, and I want to talk about that before we exit this video and start playing the game. If he's here, this offensive lineman is blocking this spot right here. So this defensive lineman cannot go here, period. That is the meaning of the block. However, he does have a half a block here and a half a block here. So he can exit this block through the half a block, but he cannot turn. He cannot go 1, 2. Remember, that's the spot this offensive line is really protecting. But he can go 1, 2 straight this way. He could go 1, 2 straight this way, but this guy, if there's someone on the left, you can just draw a line between them. If he's here, well, if he's here, you can go from block to block, by the way. That's fine. If he's here, then he is also blocking this, so together he can't get here. But back here, he's not connected at all. He can't draw a line across there. It doesn't matter. So yes, he can go 1, 2. He can exit that block if there is no help on this side. If he's way back here. If he's here, he cannot exit there. It's just common sense. It's kind of intuitive. You can just see the line. All right. We do have mathematical calculations for the advanced college and pro levels. We can do 1x and 1/2 x. But for the beginner rule, it's just if someone's next to you, you can see clearly you cannot exit that direction. And what else can you do? Now, but let's say you're rushing from this side and you have a block over here. And what you can do is you can push. There's no restrictions on pushing. You can, let's say you did, the offense did that. Now it's the defense's turn. The defensive lineman can push him 1, 2, and then run the defensive back 1, 2, 3. And he's about to sack him on the next turn. And the offense is going to have to deal with that. And of course, if the quarterback was sitting there thinking he's all safe, the defensive lineman can push 1, 2, and then go 1, 2, 3, sack the quarterback. Conversely, it can go the other way. You can go 1, 2. You can go here, hand the ball off. So that would be 2, hand the ball off. And now once he's handed off, he gets another 3 to go forward. 4, so I'm sorry. That was 1, 2, 3. Handing off the balls 4, 5, 6, 7. And now he's crossed the line of scrimmage. Again, it's just like regular football. And now the entire field is the block zone. There is no block zone. Everything is a block now. But regardless of how they're positioned, the blocks are always relative to the quarterback. Even though the red defensive lineman is here, once the ball has turned over here, you can turn them around in your mind or physically you can turn them, because the offensive lineman, the back of the offensive lineman is always facing, the center back is facing the ball. This would be the left back. This would be the left back. This would be the right back, because this offensive lineman is facing that direction. Now, if the quarterback ran here, then you can move them here if it helps you visualize. But after a while, you'll see, you just get used to it. Then he's protecting. This is the center back. And this is one full block. The defensive lineman cannot go here, but he can go here in a straight line. 1, 2, or here, 1, 2 in a straight line. Okay? And that's the way most of the blocking you're going to be facing works. And now you also see how a handoff is made. We're going to play a game, and we're just going to, see what happens. I just went over most of the rules that you need to know to start playing. So I don't see why that's so difficult for people to understand at the beginner level. Maybe it's the passing. Well, if you come out here and the defense is able to cover the pass, let's take a second ball and throw it. You can use a second ball, or you can use the holder. Doesn't matter, but you definitely want to leave the quarterback here with the original ball. because all the blocks, if they're in a state of blocks, are still relative to the quarterback, even when the defense goes, because as far as they know, the ball has been thrown. The ball's not, they don't know where the ball is. It's in the air. Okay, so he's covering the ball here, and then he would challenge. So that's an important rule I want to get in on this video. So you know the pushing, and you know the movement, and you know the blocking. Those are the key things. That's all you really need to understand about the beginner level rules. And they apply to college and pro, of course. But this is a little different. In the college and pro levels, it's an automatic incompletion, okay? No chance to challenge. And I'm not even going to talk about those. So don't let me digress. You got to stop me when I do that. But here, if you're trying to throw it to him, to this offensive back or receiver, wide receiver, you can call him. As far as the game is concerned, he's just an offensive back. All the backs, we don't care about running. If they're running the ball or they're wide receiver, they're just offensive backs. So that's wrong, the wording I'm going to use. And that these are just defensive backs. We don't care if they're being used as safeties or defensive backs or whatever. So now, but he's covered, and then he gets the big challenge. The big challenge has mostly red incompletes and only 2 completes. And one of the reds is an interception. So if you land on the same spot, you are forced, the offenses, to roll. The offense must roll the big challenge, right? If you reach this spot, now pay attention here. If they're in the same lane, these are pass sector lanes. I want to explain to you the yellow lines here, why they are there, and the hash marks combined with these yellow lines make a pass sector lane. So there's 3 pass sector lanes, and the reason why that's important is if you're throwing to another back in the same lane, then you have 3 spots. Well, this would be your main challenge. And then you have, this is your next challenge. It has 3 completes and 3 incompletes. And this star means it's complete. And you get to run, you roll again and you run. If he rolls an interception, then the red offensive team gets the roll again and run automatically. But if the offense rolls a complete, he's tackled, but the ball's complete. So you just move everybody over here. He passed the midfield line, so now that would be the new line of scrimmage. But first you have to roll the challenge. If the defensive back gets to the same spot, he uses the big challenge. If he gets to this center spot, again, that means anywhere between the hash marks and hash marks included. If he gets in the center here, then he gets the medium size challenge, which is 50-50, complete and incomplete. And if he's in this pass sector lane over, it's all relative. So if this was over there and he was there, then it would be the same rules here. I think I just confused you, but if he comes here, if he's on this sector lane left of the quarterback, then this would be the spot of the next challenge, the medium-sized challenge. And let me see if I have another. There's only 3 challenge dice. The big one with the interception on there, the medium size, which is 50-50. And then this is you can call this a pity challenge. It's like you get close, but you didn't get a good challenge. So most of these are completes. There's only 2 incompletes, but you still have a chance to challenge him. Actually, I think the better way to remember it, that's more average would be, these are the good. So this is spot A, this is spot B, 50-50, and this spot C, very advantageous for the offense. So if the defense is here, he gets the little challenge the offense has to roll the challenge dice and die. And if he's here, he gets the medium. And if he's in the same space as the receiver, then he gets the big challenge, which is 4 incompletes, and one of those are an interception, only 2 completes. And so the beginner rules are more geared towards challenging dice and adds a little bit of luck, so you don't have to worry too much about exactly which challenge you're going to have or declining challenges and all that complexity. The challenges are mandatory, and if the red's here, he gets the big one. If the red, the defense reaches this spot, it's there. And if the red reaches one of these 2 spots, would be here. If the quarterback is throwing from the same pass sector lane, then these 3 spots would be right in front of him, regardless of which pass sector lane you're in. And that's all the basic beginner rules you need to know. So then we're going to play a beginner game using 5 from scratch, and then we'll review the rules as we go along. But I think I covered pretty much all the beginner rules you need to know: the challenging for the pass, and the running, and the setup. So thank you very much, and let's watch the next part of this video to see this game in action. We're going to have 4 downs across here and count as many yards as we can using the big white yard markers. All right, thank you very much. Okay, we're back. So we're starting, the offense is going to start with 1 back behind him from the shotgun formation. He's going to take advantage of the beginner rules that he's allowed to have 3 linemen at the line of scrimmage, and he can pull these 2 guys back to start building a pocket already before he moves. And the defense has a pass rusher over here, and he's sitting back, giving them a chance to come up forward so that when the defense rolls, he can use all his energy rushing the quarterback instead of catching up with these guys. So let's say the offense rolls a 7. You want me to roll a different one? It doesn't really matter. 5 is a 4 and a 1. Now, this, for the beginner rolls, is just a 5. You add them up, and you can use them for either backs or linemen. You want to get in the habit of trying to use 1 die for one player type, like the lineman, or for the backs, or use them both for both. But for the beginner rules, you're not restrained by that. You can take all 5 and use them any way you want. The only constraint on you is once you start moving the backs, you have to move all your backs before you move any linemen. Once you start moving your linemen, you have to move all of them before moving your backs. But in any case, we know with 5, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we want to get out there. If we had a 6, we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we had 3 receivers out there, we go 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'd want to get them all out there as far as possible, right? I'll just leave them like that. It doesn't really matter because we're just trying to learn the rules here, okay? Then the defense goes, well, what a coincidence. He actually does get a 9, all right? He's going to want to move his lineman first, 1, 2, because when you come here, you can always exit that direction. When you're in the middle, it's a little bit more complex. 3, 4. Let's go 5. And then I kind of want to attack him going 1, 2, 3. So what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8. Oh, that's it. That's all I want to move. Okay. Maybe this one will play a little tighter. Okay, 9. All right. That's it. So is anybody open? Do you see an opening? Yes, this guy can catch the ball right over here. That's what this marker is good for. Let me zoom in a little bit. So if he comes here, this guy can go 1, 2, 3. We don't want to pass, but I just wanted to point out that he gave him a little bit of a buffer because he doesn't want him to get behind him, but he can also get an advantageous challenge. Well, let's roll for the offense before we make some of my plans yet. Oh, beautiful. Double 6. Can you see that? Double 6. Look at that. You see that? All right, it's double six. Double six is the best roll you can get, obviously. It means you have 12. Ordinarily, well, don't let me digress to the college and pro levels. Ordinarily, in the college and pro, 6 would be for the backs, the 6 would be for the linemen, or all 12 would be for 1. But for the beginner rules, 12 you can use any way you want, okay? So that's pretty good for us. And when you have a double, you also get to go 1 extra unit once you finish. Just 1. Believe me, that's a pretty big advantage. Let me zoom out to see where all my players are here, okay? So I happen to know what my defense is up to. I think I showed you in the last time. He wants to push this guy up and then 1, 2, 3, come right in my face and possibly sack me. I know that. I can prevent him by blocking that. But actually the quarterback, by the way, can only go 1, 2, 3. Back, he can only go 1 backwards and 1 side to side, unlike the other backs who can go 2 back to back and two backwards and two side to side. The quarterback can go 3 forward like a regular back, but he can only go 1 back and 1 left and 1 right because he's looking, right? Okay, it's common sense. The offensive lineman cannot back out of a block. Once they're entangled in a block, they can push, they can escape and run forward, like set up a screen or something, but they cannot back out. All right. Let me take care of my pocket for a second, and I'm just going to go 1. Now let me finish moving my line to 1, back, 2, 3. We got plenty of energy. I don't want to push this guy because that'll actually create a hole for him to run through, so I'll just leave him there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's all I can do. That I want to do anyway. And then I'm going to go move all my backs. 4, remember I have 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He can't go 3 forward, 10, 11, 12. He can't go through them, so he's got to go around them. 10, 11, and there's no place to use the 12 anyway. But that extra unit is great because we've already moved all of our pieces. So, for example, if the defense was here, then he gets an extra 1. He can sack him, even if it's diagonal, so it's more than just 1. And here we can use, this is a good example. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see. I would use my extra guy here because now I am literally behind him, or I would go there, here or there. All right, pick one, that's it, good enough. All right, now let's give the defense a chance to catch up. He's got a 2 or 3, not the best roll, but is there a chance to sack? Remember what I told you? Let's zoom in up here a little bit. Take a look at the pocket. First thing you want to see is, can I sack the quarterback? Now, I didn't mention this in the basic rules, but there is a way to sack the quarterback without actually reaching him and sacking him. If you can get 3 red player pieces, whether they're linemen or backs, surrounding him, horizontal and side to side or front and back, any 3 spots, diagonals don't count, any 3 spots, then that's no automatic in the grasp sack, okay? But I don't see us having a chance to do that. This guy is, can you see this? Yeah, okay. He is blocking this spot, but there's nothing stopping this lineman from going 1 here. And maybe even going 2, because remember, he can go 1 back and block him again, but he can't go 2 backwards. And or what we were thinking about doing earlier, we can go 1, 2, and then go 1, 2, 3, and get a hold of him. So we can't sack him right away. So that's the first thing you want to see. You can't sack him. Best thing you can do is go 1, 2. All right. Now let's zoom out and see what else you can do. So if you can't sack the quarterback, then what you want to think of doing is you want to cover your receivers so there's no easy pass. The best thing this guy can do is come here, 1. He can move here, and this guy can come 1, 2. I think it's safer to come 1 here and 1 here, because when you're in the same space as the offense, when the red defense is in the same space, you know you can challenge him almost no matter where he goes. And so that's 1, 2, and this guy should go 3. Now you have 2 left over. Let's go 1, 2, and put some scare into our quarterback. All right? Can you see what we did there? Okay. We're here. This guy's protecting that spot. That's a full block, and this is a half block, so he can exit, but he can't turn. He can't go 1, 2. He can go 1 and 2. 1, 2. And now he's right next to the quarterback. All right? So let's take a look at the whole field. See what's going on over here. This looks like a typical football field. Typical football play. And that was just a 3 and a 2. And we got a lot of mileage out of that. And I'm about to get sacked over here. Can we see my finger here? Yeah. Okay. So we know if this guy goes 3 forward, 1, 2, 3, this guy can only go 2 back, 1, 2. But that's also the prime challenging spot. If he goes 1, 2, you can still get to the prime challenging spot. If he goes 1, 2, you can still get to the prime challenging spot. And the same thing here. This guy is covering this guy perfectly, nose to nose. That's where you want to be as the defense when the quarterback is about to get sacked and he wants to throw the ball. This guy over here, can you see my finger here? Yeah. This guy can go 1, 2, but he can get covered from that guy too, not to mention him. So there's really no, this guy can challenge. So he's not in a really good spot to throw the ball. So, well, let's roll first. Oh, double 4. Double 4 changes the rules because now we get 1 free guy. I think we're going to throw the ball using the 3. Yes, we're going to take our handy-dandy, adorable little football, throw it from here, and in the beginner level, you only need 1 energy unit to throw it. I'm not going to digress and tell you how it's done in college and professional levels because I promised I wasn't going to do that anymore. And we can go 1, 2, 3 and take an extra 1 because we have double 4s. Did you see that? Double 4s? All right. So we're going to throw the ball because we are about to get sacked, as you can see. Not to mention this guy is going to be able to come out and pull this guy through too. But with the double, it's a big advantage because he's gone 1, 2, 3, and this guy can only go 2 back without a double. 1, 2. That's a touchdown right there. So we're going to put a ball right there, right to the receiver. So he went 1, 2, 3, and he's got a free 1, and 4 for the ball. And there's no point in moving anybody else, you know. He can also go 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rather, and then 7 and 8. You know, I mean, who cares, right? Unless you could position this. That's actually a good point to make. If I was in another spot right now, I can only go 1, 2, 3 forward. But if I was here, I can go 1, 2, or 1, 2 using the shortcut here and prevent him from going back. That is a legal move because this is considered an incidental body block. Even though this is a no block zone and the ball is in the air technically, it hasn't really landed yet. If you're here, the defensive back cannot go right through you. Like, let's say you can only come here. If you can position your other back over here, your other offensive back here, that defensive back cannot go right through you. he can only go here or here. But we can't do that because we were here, if you remember. So he can only go 1, 2. And even if he goes here, it doesn't matter. He's not blocking him. There's no blocking. We're in the no block zone, you know? So that's not a block. You're not slowing him down at all. You're not allowed to block him before the ball gets there. The ball isn't there yet, you need to understand. However, so the defense goes. So we went 1, 2, 3, and we got an extra one because we're playing doubles and we're playing beginner rules, pro rules. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but pro rules, you don't get any extra points for doubles, okay? But even that one extra unit of energy, because the game is so perfectly mathematically balanced, you can see how much that helps. This defensive team desperately needs a double, so he can go 1, 2 back. And then with the extra one, not only can he go here, but he can even go there if he needed, but this is the prime spot for this pass sector lane, which is where the football is, okay? So come on double. This is the fun thing about the beginner level. It does rely more on luck. That's what I said. And then this is proof, okay? This guy needs a 1, 2 back and a doubles just so he gets one more unit of energy so he can challenge the ball. Oh, so close. 5, 6. He comes. He can only go there. Doesn't really matter. Cannot challenge. That is a complete pass. That is a complete pass. That is a touchdown. And the blue team scores using the quick scoring method. We're using these guys. We started out on the 80-yard line. And for beginner, you get the 80. And then you get 20 for getting the touchdown, because it is a touchdown. So you get the full 100 yards bonus for getting the touchdown. And did they win? No. The blue team, the home team, has not won yet because the red visitor team has not had a chance to go. We haven't completed an inning. So at this point, he would get a touchdown. The red team is sad, but the red team has the ball at, remember the referee marker? Right there. That's where the center goes. And we're going to do shotgun formation also. And then I'll show you also how because last time I set him up beforehand. Now we're going to set up the offense first. We're going to end this video now. And then we're going to pick it up right from here. So the offense sets up their team. The home team, the blue team, has 100 points, 100 yards. It's the red team's chance at the 20-yard line. Line of scrimmage gets moved over here on both sides. 20-yard line. I really love these yard markers here. They're fun to slide up and down. That's why I use them for the downs and for the scoring too. They're a lot of fun. In Italian, we call that sfizioso. You can't translate it. It's just fun to do, like chopsticks is to eat, you know. And then the defense lines up their people. We're going to pick it up right from there. But that was exciting. Touchdown on the first down. Was that the second down? I can't remember. I'm talking so much. I'm going to take a break, and then we're going to pick it up. Red team has the ball. We're still on the first beginner game, and the red team has to score a touchdown in 4 downs just to tie it up. It's a very exciting game. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next video. Okay, welcome back. So now I lost my quarterback. How do you like that? Let's start over. Hello, welcome back. I'm going to put another adorable little football on my quarterback. And then he's doing the same kind of play as the home team, the blue team, did. The visitor team goes now. The home team scored a touchdown, but now it's the visitors team to go. We're playing beginner rules, which means you're allowed to take, you just need to have 3 offensive linemen on the line of scrimmage. This is your line of scrimmage. So we can zoom in to see the game a little bit closer, okay? And we're in the shotgun formation. Don't lose your second football here. Okay, and then we got a pass rusher also here, and we're gonna play it easy on the red teams also with the safety way back here. Or we can go crazy and have two pass rushers. I'm gonna just play one-on-one. All right, let's just see what happens, okay? And this is for the red. 5 and a 2, a 7. Average roll, right? What are we gonna do? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, oh, I see two pass rushers here, so I don't know which one to move first. All right, 7, I'll just move on this side, okay? Because I had this guy as extra protection. Let the blue defense team go. Now the home team is the defense. All right, the defense, the blue has a 6, 5, and 1, but beginner rules, you can just treat it as a 6, but you have to move all the linemen first or all the backs first. Well, I definitely want to come up here 1, 2, and definitely want to go 3, 4. That's something the linemen always want to do, is hit the ends, because then you can come around and put pressure on the quarterback, force him to step into the pocket. And all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this guy can go 5. Remember that trick that we showed you? Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. And 6. The reason why I'm moving this one and not this one over here, you see me here? Because this guy can cover him in case he tries to do anything fishy. Let's see what the red team wants to do. The red team probably has something open over here. He's got a 3 and a 1, but he's not really under too much pressure. This guy is going to be able to escape. This guy is going to be able to... I'm thinking for the red visitor team, but I'm thinking what the home team is going to do to me if I don't pass right now. He's going to go 1, 2, and this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, get him right in my face. If he's got a double, that's an automatic. That's going to definitely be a sack. So what am I do? What am I to do? You know, I can protect against that by going 1, 2. He can't push me then. All right, so, but we don't want to do that just yet. Let's analyze a little bit. Well, we can do that. We can go 1, 2 and push this guy over. We only have 4, so let's make the best of it. You know what? I don't think I'm in danger of being sacked, to be honest with you. So I'm going to just move my red guys out as far as I can, especially this one. 1, 2. Because I want to get behind him. 3, 4. See, I want to see this big hole in the middle. I want to go there. All right, and then the blue team gets to go. Let's see what he's got. Oh, the blue team is on fire with another double right now. I think he's sacked. This down is over. Because we can go 1, 2. This guy's going 1, 2, 3, and then you got him. See? Okay, can you see this? Let's see. Okay, this is a very good one. You have a double 5. We're going to show you the power of the double in the beginner level. It relieves some of the stress of thinking like chess all the time, because you can go 1, 2, make a hole. Now, is anybody preventing him to push? No. The rule is if there's nobody there, you can push. 1, 2. Can he push this way? 1, 2. Yeah, he can push this way too. Does it matter to me? No, it doesn't matter to me. In fact, I want to do it this way because I want to box the quarterback in. This is our quarterback, as you can see. The adorable little football there. So that's 1, 2. And then 3, 4, 5, and then sack. 3, 4, 5. That's all we need because we have a double. Gives you one energy at the when you finish. I can move everybody else around, but who cares? Because I can, boom, sack the QB with my extra one because of the double 5. Could be a double 3. All we needed was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a double 3 for us, but a double 3 or better would have worked for us because we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a total of you need 5 or 6. Well, for doubles, 6 would be the minimum. So double 3s would have given it, or better, would have given us the sack. And you have to think about that when you're the offense. All right. So what do we do now? Well, we just move to second down. And because he was tackled in the end zone, there's no safeties in this game. And if you tackled anywhere in the end zone, now the line of scrimmage marker, get in there, goes from the 20-yard line down to the line of scrimmage, the goal line, rather. The line of scrimmage is the goal line. All right? And we're in second down. And move the other one, but I think it fell off the end of the earth, but it doesn't matter because we have to score a touchdown. Okay, come on, red. We're gonna do shotgun formation. Roll on this side, 4 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and these guys were over here. We're gonna do what I was showing you the other day, 6, 7, which is kind of cool because now you're seeing how a pocket is formed if you adjust them in the right direction. So, good enough. Now it's 5 and 3 for the blue team. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. That's the 5 on the lineman. 1, 2, 3. Just the way you would ordinarily play in college. Then you would just take this guy off after you use 5. Then you use 3. But I digress. And then 3, we want 1, 2, 3. So he's wide open. In fact, he'd be wide open if the blue team even came this close. Okay, we were here. This guy is giving me too much of a buffer. I want to take advantage. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Boom, gonna have to roll first. Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2 out of that 5. 3, 4. Set up a bit of a screen there. And then I'm gonna use the 1 to throw the ball right over here. Can you see that? I think you can, right? Now, this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cannot really challenge the ball because if you remember, you have to reach the ball here or be here or there to challenge. This is the big challenge with the interception. This is the second one, and this is the third one. The little ones, he can't reach any of those. 1, 2, this guy can't either. Okay, so that's a pretty good spot to throw the ball. And without a double, we'll at least move a little bit. Maybe we'll get lucky and get around him. Probably should have moved this guy around here to throw a block on him so we can, anyway, you get the idea. So, the best thing we can do, let's take a look. What's the best thing we can do right here is we can move this guy in his way. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Or 3, 4. Which one's closer here? I think they're both equal. And that's all you can do. And then the red team's got a double 4. But I still don't have anybody to come throw a block on him. So, but I can get a little further away. Let me see what I can do. I can do 1, 2. I don't know if I like that. I go 1, 2, and then one extra here. That's as far as I can go. Unless the offense rolls a double one, then the red team has a chance to catch up and win this game, or and catch up to the home team. Nope. 1, 2, 3 tackles him over there, but that's not bad because it's only second down. And now we move the line of scrimmage to midfield. And we move it to third down. And we reset up again. Move everybody down. At least we're making some progress. We have third down. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to do the next video next so that I don't have such gigantic long videos. But because I think you learned a lot in this video. You learn how you can lose. It's not all guns and roses. I don't know if that's an expression, but it is now. And then I think this time we're going to go out with 3 receivers, a whole bunch of wide receivers, and we'll take it from there. Let me give the blue team a chance to figure out where he's going to go instead of rushing him. And we'll pick it up from here when we return from midfield, third down, 100-0. We have 2 downs to tie the score, and we're at midfield. It's getting very exciting, and I'm all alone. Saturday night, very sad. But we're really learning how to play American football. Board game. Right there is the quarterback, and we'll pick it up from here. Third down and goal at the 5-yard line. Midfield. Thank you very much. Okay, we're back. It's only been a minute. Anyway, this shows you the score, 100. You can't see the other side on this view here. It's 0, okay? And it's third down. You can see that. And zoom in. And it's a typical pocket. You can see we're allowed to move these 2 back as long as we have 5 on the line. We actually have 6. We have 3 linemen and 3 backs. We have nobody protecting the quarterback. And in fact, I'm going to just try and see what happens if I keep moving back and further. You'll see. Sooner or later, even the line will catch up to me. And then the game is balanced. The game is balanced, and we're going to try to help. I'm going to try to help the red team a little bit because I hate to see him lose. He is the visitor after all. All right. Well, he starts off good with a double deuce. You're not allowed to throw, by the way, on the first down, on the first roll, because the quarterback just received the ball. He cannot hand off. He cannot throw. But he can receive the ball right behind the center. And he can, if you made a foolish mistake like leaving that guy out with the center, then he would come here, and then the quarterback can run boink, 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 right up the middle, like that. But we didn't do that because I know how to play. All right. So what do we got? Double deuce. Not really helpful on the first roll because all we want to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's much more useful. Oh, that's great. A double 1. First one of these we saw on our tutorials here. Double 1. You see that? Lose your turn. Blue team loses their turn. Gotta love it. Rooting for the Reds here. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we were here. Sorry. And 5. Now we can move back. Okay? Let's see what the blue can do now. 6 and 4. He hasn't moved yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10. See if we can help him out over there. This Can you see this? This is a bit of a sticky wicket. Because, remember, just like last time, he can go 3 forward. And this guy can only go 2 back, so should have left the safety back there. We forgot about that. Well, it's Red's turn. Let's see if Red oh, Red does not get lucky. It's not a good day for the Red visitors. That's a double 1 again. That means he loses his turn. Gives the blue team a chance to do, guess what? Get in front of him. See, that's how you want to cover someone nose to nose, because during a pass, you're always facing vertically towards the end zone as the offense and the opposite direction as the defense, meaning that if you're nose to nose, he's going 3 forward and you're going 2 back. No matter where this guy goes, this guy can be at the same spot unless there's a double. Anyway, so he's going to go 1 for sure. This guy's fine 2. And 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, these are half blocks, which they can both go out. And we have a 9. 7, 8, and 9. We can go diagonal. Oh, by the way, you cannot go diagonal. We're now in the blocking zone. This is the no blocking zone, remember? So he cannot go from here to there. He has to go 1, 2. You see that? He has to go 1, 2 if he wants to go there. He cannot go diagonal, because now we're on the you can see midfield, the red and white and blue lines there. This is the blocking zone where the quarterback is. So he has to go 1, 2, 3. That's called a body block. Remember, there's body blocks in the no block zone also, but this is a body block in the blocking zone, meaning he's got to waste 2 units of energy. He can't just go 1 over there. But even though this is the blocking zone, he's coming from the no blocking zone. He's allowed to go diagonally in that direction. So all the linemen can go diagonally across the line of scrimmage. But once they're on this side of the line of scrimmage, you can't, if there's someone on either side, you have to go around them, okay? All right. All right, what's the red gonna do? What will we do? About to get sacked. It's a good night for the blue, but it is still only third down. What are we doing? We got a 3 and a 5. Can you see that? We got 2 guys attacking us from over here. What did I say I was gonna try? See if I can keep going back and back. So I'll go back 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If they get a double, we're dead. But without that, we know they can't reach us. Okay, so that's 1. And then let's get this guy into some action. 2, 3. Four, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm trying to come this way into this little hole area right here, right around here. And that's about it. Okay, so then the blue team goes. Let's see what he's gonna do. Oh, great! Finally, the red team gets a break. The blue team scores a double onesies. Can you see that? That is real. 3 double ones in the same game. That's what's nice about the beginner level. Luck really does help you out. And it's fun because you're not you don't get a headache like when you play chess too much, All right, so then I'm not trying to offend any of these small brain people out there. I'm just saying that, chess gives you a headache. All right, so what does that mean to us? That means that this guy is ahead. They're both They both have buffers. So we're going to pass to one of them. Well, both of them. I don't know. I can't pass them both, but yeah. He's going to go 1, 2. That's the guy we want to pass to. This guy's going to go 3, 4. And the quarterback is going to go. Which one should we go to? This guy or to this guy? I think this guy is further because this guy is 1, 2. Yeah, he can challenge him. This guy, I don't know how you're gonna get to him. The Blue's gonna need a double because he's gonna need to go. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see my finger. Yeah. Okay. 2. When I say 2 back, it's only horizontal and vertical. Okay. But he needs to come here for the big challenge. This guy, he needs to meet him for the big challenge, or at least get here for the medium challenge. 50-50 chance. Blue team desperately needs a double. Let's see if he gets it. What does he get? He does not get it. Guess what we got here? We got a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. So let's put the marker down at 2 touchdown. We have an even score. Can you believe it? It took us 4 downs to get there. Let's just say it that way. But the red team did even up the score. It was close. We got lucky. But now it's officially a tie if you want to go out to dinner. But you can choose to continue to play until one side or the other is ahead by at least 10 points at the end of a drive inning. So officially, right now, this would be a tie. And unless you said beforehand, we're going to go into extra innings or overtime. And you can even start from midfield if you like, or you can continue on the way you're playing. And that's it. That's football. Beginner rules. Thank you very much.